Hello friends, hope you are doing well and welcome to another episode. Today I am going to share one of the major observation that is going on around the business process outsourcing industry. Young graduate after getting graduated from a technical background, when they start searching for a job, especially the BPO sector is something that invite those fresh graduate to share their first work experience in technologies. Those are designing, development and customer service related tasks. So we all familiar about basically what is BPO and how it works. So our today's topic is about the current situation. What is going on here? So say someone sitting in a small city in India and he is capable to deliver some IT related tasks under an office environment as a group or a team. They generally provide service to small businesses of countries like US, UK, Singapore, where labor cost is comparatively higher to compared to those country. So here is the some reality. You want a fresh graduate. He has a certain amount of skill set in programming. Maybe the person is capable to write some Python, and say PHP is capable to do a little bit of HTML. And with this skill set, what exactly they are going to do? They are going to provide service for a website which is selling some product in the Western world. It may be any kind of product, digital or physical. So the website owner don't have enough time to oversee the various activities that relevant to digital marketing, and they outsource this work to countries like India, Bangladesh, Philippines and Pakistan. And here graduates are, especially young graduates, are ready to give the best quality service at a cheap cost. Now what happened around this story? This story is not new, because I am telling you something which was started long time back. Maybe from my experience, I think it was started during the 2000, the early stage of 2000, and it is now around 26 years. Outsourcing has provided many opportunities to people in India, Bangladesh, Pakistan to build their own company, to build their own team, and all of them are now facing a common problem. And this problem is you already that these skill sets are replaceable. As an alternative of a very talented developer, you can use code, AI based code or website builder that can build amazing software very quickly. But why this point is important? Because it is relevant to a very large group of people. And if you ask AI how many people work in BPO sector in India with a mediocre skill set, not very high level skill set and not very extraordinary skill set, you will find this is a significant amount of population. So I'm not going to share the exact number here, because for that I have to rely on some authentic sources. But it is no doubt significant that there is a large amount of people who working in this IT development related sector. So one of the best marketplace where you can get this job is like Upwork. And if you are very new in Upwork and going to start your first Upwork, searching for your first Upwork project, chances are that it is very hard to get a one job there, because already many experienced developers are applying for the same kind of project, and obviously the employer is going to hire who is giving the cheapest and already have some experience in this field. So here the point is, are you going to start learning these BPO sector, IT development sector related skills in 2026 for providing service to another company or website owner, or you want to take any alternative path? The reality is that it is not like bookish knowledge and looking at the AI for a solution. It is a conversation. It is real that those people are human. They are not robot. They are human. They work in a different work schedule because there is a time difference between Western world and the Eastern world. So it definitely bringing a lot of revenue every year from Western world to the Eastern world. So there is a drainage of money is going from Western world to Eastern world via those large group of BPO sector employees. And there is good part of the GDP. If you think about India or Philippines, they're definitely a good part of the whole ecosystem, that they are bringing money or say paying their tax, and they have their life. They need a house, a place for good living, at least enough space for raising their kids and family, and these are very common. And the price of the standard of living is going high and expensive in all part of the world, whether you are living in Western or Eastern world. So here this AI is going to help the business owners building their application, building their business solution at a fraction of cost, since they don't need to hire a human developer for 8 hours for building a simple website, because it is now like 1 to 2 hours job. But reality is that if you want a professional website, is it possible to build things in just 1 and 2 hours? What about quality assurance? What about making it like professional, testing all the features that and putting your thought how it will be more user friendly? Here definitely human in the loop play a significant role here. So global outsourcing market is nowadays shared by few giant providers, and India is one of them. Definitely India is like back office of the world, the capital of the all kind of back office work, and it is not only limited to the low level IT services, it is also in going to advanced level. So advanced level IT sectors, those people who are working for really big corporate houses, financial companies, forget about this. But a group of people, we can say the mid-level development or firms, those who work for a company whose revenue is $1 million in US, and they spend 20 or 20% to 30%, say 20% of their revenue in marketing, in development, and those money are transferred to the people sitting in Philippines or Bangladesh, and they are providing those services. What is the cost difference behind the scene? First is a place and the hardware that is necessary for doing this kind of job. First of all, you need a desktop, whether you are living in US or living in India. So for the desktop part, let's do some board works, because if I just write something here. So what is the exactly cost of a desktop in India and in US? If you want standard kind of desktop, you have to spend at least 60 to 70,000 rupees, or you have to buy a MacBook at least, which will cost around 1 lakh rupees. If you think the same hardware, about same hardware in US, if you are not buying some refurbished product, you have to spend again here $700 to $800. So your desktop is ready by spending say $1,000. So at an investment of $1,000, you are going to start your work. Although you have a job, you are using your office computer, you have to spend on a good device so that you can study, you can do coding. And nowadays most of the advanced coding that relevant to AI or LLM or local GPT, things that require good graphics card, good kind of hardware. So a hardware investment is one of the thing. Nobody nowadays, 10 years ago or 15 years ago, people went to programming schools or small computer training centers in India for learning some basic skills. And nowadays it is completely obsolete because training materials are available over the internet, on your fingertips. You can learn anything by searching on YouTube, looking at Udemy. There are tons of courses available and good teacher using good quality graphics, explaining things. Fantastic. So learning, all you need to invest your time. You spend 20 hours for understanding a skill set of developing HTML and CSS. And now even you don't need to code. If you have understanding how it works, you can just tell to build a nice HTML page for you. So if any client is looking for a landing page nowadays, and he is not ready to pay $100 for designing a simple website, no client, I think, at least who has some idea of building a website, he knows how to use Cloud Code and Gemini, Canvas, go and write in simple terms and bringing some idea what exactly in it. So level goes up when you have online presence, and all over the internet there are ton of visitors searching for the information, but your website and or your web presence is so poor or negligible that nobody knows it really exists. So that is a problem. So here you need to apply someone who can generate good quality content that likes by AI and also relevant to your industry. For example, if I want to provide service to small businesses about IT development and marketing, I need to know how to apply AI for doing research on some topic, and then I need to present it as a conversation, because AI understand content that are like conversation, that are not truly a copy paste from a book or a website where information is already there for solving a problem. So here is the point. If you think that it is the time to start freelancing, it is the time to start your career in the outsource industry, is it the right time for you, or you need to opt other job opportunities in this situation? You can comment in the comment section below. My point is that I don't discourage to pursue any career that is relevant to data programming, design, or marketing. There is a huge opportunity. Many universities are launching their career path oriented courses on those topics, and students are choosing that career path. So AI is going to replace you for any task that is repetitive. AI is going to help you for any task that needs some acceleration for productivity. So say there are many areas where I think we need to explore those tools. There are many tools already available where you can actually create your clone depending on your skill set. Now, many of us don't actually know how to define where is my skill set, what exactly my area of expertise. If you think about an LLM model, especially, it is capable to answer any question, and it prepared the answer based on the question you actually ask this model. So your brain and the LLM model both work in a similar way. But here is the difference. When it is matter of a human brain actually not always follow the prediction path. Here is a conversation between you and me, and even I don't decide what I am going to say in this video, because my topic is like BPO is a problem, BPO was a solution. Now this sector is facing a problem, and a group of expertise, they are saying that no, it is not a problem, it is going to be a new opportunity, because one person can deliver 10x productivity with the help of, if he is capable. So many organizations, say recently Oracle like lay off 12,000 employees in India. This is a recent news. Similarly, big companies like TCS also cut 12,000 jobs. So jobs market definitely right now facing a situation where getting a new job for a fresher without any experience is tough, no doubt. So because industry going to reduce the human resources for cutting down the cost, and say earlier they were getting a lot of subscriptions from the software. Say, let us assume that one company has built a CRM software, and this CRM software is helping, say, a good amount of business, like 10,000 small businesses, with the help of inventory management, everything all together in one package. Now, with the help of AI, a small business can build their own CRM, and they are not going to pay the monthly license fee to a software, say any software XYZ. And as a result, what you see, earlier that software company use a group of dedicated engineers who are constantly updating the software, fixing some troubleshoot, etc. But since their customer base is reduced, they don't need those services, and some of the services are so repetitive because those troubleshootings were, say, recorded by technician for 1 or 2 years, and those data are stored into the system. Now AI is capable to understand those tone of the service provider, so it can replicate the solution of the same person. So as a result, those, let us put it in this way, the low income group worker who spend 8 hours a day for their bread and butter, solving some IT related tasks, doing some sort of design and say coding, etc. These are going to be obsolete if one person is taking help of AI, Figma, Codex, like Claude, Gemini. Easily he can deliver the 8 hours work of a good designer or a coder, because it is increasing the productivity. But how you can become that person who can deliver 3 persons works at a time? And for that you have to start from the beginning. You have to start from the basics. You don't need to memorize things, but it is definitely you need to know how to utilize these tools. Because, say, let's take an example. I am not a chemistry student. I was a chemistry student, say, but I forgot all those formula, all those equations at this point. Now if I want to talk to a chemistry professor who has years of experience in this particular field about some topic relevant to chemical engineering, I'll not find the right word to explain the points, because experts use a different vocabulary to explain the things. When you are going to use AI, and it is actually not true that you have to talk to AI using very high sophisticated jargons. Even in plain English, it can understand what exactly you are looking for, and it can come up with a solution. And sometimes it present the solution in front of you, but you are not understanding the code because it is really advanced. So here, as a human in the loop, the person who is going to increase the productivity, he needs to utilize the experience of real development. So my suggestion, start building something from the scratch, make it happen, make it working, take it like a project. So if we think, this is my project, this is my small app I have built, let's play the game and bring something into this product, how it is going to solve a problem. So everybody is building product, right? Every freshers has a dream of building an imaging product which is like solving 10 apps together in just one place. And are those product or apps successful? That is a big question mark, because I think it is not necessary always you have to be a very sophisticated advanced website to become successful. Otherwise, let's take example of a Craigslist. Craigslist is a very simple website. They are doing the same thing for last 25 years, and if you look at the website, you will find no major advancement in functionality and other things. Just it is storing the data, that's it. So depending on the purpose, what kind of problem you are solving, let's build something by yourself and then do some experiment with this, because the new economy is not something like you are going to be a provider, because number of provider is increasing. So you have to round your chair and sit on the other side, and you have to be a product owner and see how this product is going to solve some problem. So with that note, sign up for today. A lot of ideas are shared. Ideas are like frictions, and frictions sometimes real, and that's why we see the AI. Remember this little character in the Star Wars movie? He was like genius. He was capable to answer any problem and he solved. That was the friction of AI, right? And now it is happening. So if you can visualize the problem and create something, then troubleshoot the problem by yourself, and you feel like I'm the owner of this solution. That is the way we can learn and also build. See you. I don't want to waste your time more. Thank you for listening, and see you guys in the next episode. Till then, take care.